You sit down to work. First thing you do is open your to-do list, and it's already so long that just looking at it makes you tired. You haven't done anything yet, and you're already behind. So you pick one task. Halfway through, you remember 2 more you forgot. You write those down. Now the list is longer than when you started. You close the laptop. You tell yourself you'll do it tomorrow. Tomorrow comes. The list is still there. Nothing moved. And the worst part? You actually worked. You were at your desk for hours, but you have nothing to show for it. Lily had this exact problem. She had it for 2 years, until her grandfather said something on a walk in the park that she still thinks about today. Lily is 28. She's a freelance illustrator. She works from home. By every outside measure, she's doing fine. That's where the story starts. Chapter 1. The same cycle. She kept a running list on her phone, another one in a notebook, a third in a project management app she downloaded after watching a productivity video. None of them matched. She'd start a client revision, then remember she owed someone a response, then notice a deadline she'd already moved 3 times. She'd switch tabs, reread emails she'd already read. By 4 in the afternoon, she'd technically been working since 9, but the main project wasn't finished, and she had no idea where the day went. She told herself she just needed a better system. She bought a new planner, watched more videos, reorganized her folders. For a few days it helped, then it didn't. The list grew back like nothing had happened. There was a client in October, a small publishing house. They asked for a set of illustrated chapter headers. Simple work. Lily kept pushing it, not because she didn't care, but because it never felt like the right moment. There was always something else on the list that needed clearing first. She wanted one clean morning where nothing was hanging over her. That morning never came. She handed the work in 6 days late and sent a longer apology than the job deserved. Chapter 2. Quietly falling apart. One evening in November, it was past 11. She hadn't eaten dinner properly. She was still on the same illustration she'd opened that morning. The file was good. The work was fine, but she had spent the whole day moving around it, fixing things that didn't need fixing, answering things that could have waited, starting tasks she didn't finish. She stared at the screen. She wasn't sad exactly. She was just flat, tired in a way that sleep wasn't going to fix. She thought, I need to get my life together. Then she closed the laptop. Her grandfather had seen her leave her food half-eaten at dinner that week. For the 3rd time, Chapter 3, Sunday morning walk. He didn't say anything about it at the dinner table, but a few days later, on a Sunday morning, he knocked on her door, asked if she wanted to walk with him. She said yes, mostly because she didn't have the energy to say no. The part near their house was quiet. They walked slowly. He didn't push her to talk.
What happened, Lily? You seem so tired these days.
She didn't answer immediately. Then she started talking, and it came out more than she expected.
I don't know where my days go. I work all day and nothing gets finished. I handed in a project 6 days late last month. I just can't seem to catch up no matter how early I start.
He listened without interrupting. When she finished, he was quiet for a moment.
Do you remember when I used to make furniture?
Yeah, you had that workshop.
When I first started, I wanted every piece finished fast. I'd try to cut, sand, stain, and assemble all in one go. Every single time something would go wrong. A joint that didn't fit, a finish that streaked, and I'd have to start over. I spent a whole season doing that. Then one day, an older woodworker I knew told me something. He said, one cut, only one cut at a time. When I finally learned to only cut, nothing else, just cut, the work changed. Not because I got faster, because I stopped breaking things. You cannot finish everything today, Lily, but you can finish one thing completely.
Chapter 4. 20 things waiting.
But I have 20 things on one. I fall behind everywhere else.
Are you catching up right now?
She didn't answer.
20 things half done is not 20 things in progress. It is 20 things waiting.
I know that, but I can't just ignore everything else.
I am not telling you to ignore them. I am telling you, don't let them touch the one thing you are doing.
She didn't say much on the way back. She felt unsettled, not in a bad way, just uncomfortable, like something had been moved and she hadn't decided yet where to put it back. Chapter 5. What kaizen means. What her grandfather was pointing at as a name in Japanese. It's called kaizen. It means small, continuous improvement. Not a big push, not a total overhaul, just getting 1% better every single day. Kaizen is not about working harder or doing more. It's about doing one thing completely instead of 10 things partially. For Lily, it wasn't a productivity trick. It was the answer to a pattern she'd been stuck in for 2 years, treating every task as equally urgent, moving between all of them, finishing none of them. Chapter 6. The first step. Monday morning, she sat down and opened her task list. The old pull came immediately. 9 things on it. She started ranking them in her head, trying to figure out the most logical order. Which ones connected to which? 20 minutes passed. She hadn't started anything. She caught herself. She picked the one thing that actually had a deadline that week, opened only that file, put her phone face down. Every time a different task came into her head, she wrote it on a piece of paper beside her. Without opening it, she stayed on the illustration. It was uncomfortable in a way she hadn't expected. Staying felt harder than switching, but she stayed. Chapter 7. One simple rule. That afternoon she wrote one line in her notebook. She didn't call it a system. She didn't call it a method. She just wrote, one task open at a time, fully finished before the next one opens. She underlined it once, taped it to the edge of her monitor. It wasn't complicated. She had tried complicated before. Chapter 8. Old habits return. The first week was not clean. Wednesday. A client message came in while she was mid-sketch. She told herself she'd just check it. Then she was in her email for 40 minutes. She came back to the illustration. The momentum was gone. She felt annoyed at herself. She almost opened the task list to reorganize it. That was her old move when she felt behind. She didn't. She went back to the sketch and gave it another hour. She didn't finish it that day, but she came back the next morning and finished it in 90 minutes. That surprised her. Chapter 9. The shift. About 3 weeks in, a new client sent a brief with 6 deliverables across 2 weeks. The old Lily would have tried to work on all 6 loosely and hit none of them cleanly. Instead, she looked at the brief, found which one was due first, opened only that document, didn't think about the other 5. She finished the first one a day early. When she moved to the second, she wasn't carrying the weight of the first one anymore. That feeling of actually putting something down before picking up the next thing, it was new. It was quieter.
Lily, dinner's ready.
1 second, just finishing this.
She finished it, closed the file, went down, small, but it was the first time in a long time she actually finished. Chapter 10. Start with 1. If your list never gets shorter, the problem is probably not your list. It's the way you're moving through it. The trap is thinking that keeping everything in motion means you're making progress. But half-finished is not progress. Half-finished is just deferred. You don't need a better system. You need to close the other tabs. Pick one thing, finish it, then pick the next one. That's it. That's the whole thing. The work doesn't get smaller, but you get better at doing it. One thing at a time is not slower. It is the only way anything actually gets done.